They say money doesn't smell, but to me, it always smelled like expensive perfume and aged leather. My name is Kira. At 23, I thought I had the world figured out. I believed that beauty was a currency and men were just ATMs with varying levels of security. I was a strategist, a hunter in high heels, convinced that a golden cage was better than any kind of freedom. But one evening, in the dim, amber light of my favorite bar, the universe decided to play a joke on me. I remember sitting there, feeling the weight of the silver pendant against my skin. It wasn't just jewelry, it was a tool. My heart wasn't racing. I'd done this before. With a practiced, almost invisible flick of my thumb, I opened the secret compartment and watched the white powder dissolve into the wine glass. I turned to the man beside me, Gabe. He was older, elegant, the kind of man who looked like he owned the sunset. "Here's to meeting you and a great night together," I said, my voice like silk. He smiled, toasted me, and drank it all down in one go. I watched him. I waited for the inevitable, the heavy eyelids, the slurred speech. "What?" he asked, catching my gaze. I played my part, told him I was just admiring his eyes. But Gabe didn't pass out. Instead, he looked right through me with a clarity that made my blood run cold. He knew. He knew about the powder, the plan to empty his wallet, the mansion I hoped to wake up in. I tried to act insulted, to walk away, but he stopped me with a firm hand and a flash of light. A Polaroid camera. When the photo developed, the girl I saw wasn't the one in the mirror. It was me, 30 years later, bloated, gray, slumped over a sticky bar counter among a forest of empty beer glasses. "This camera tells the future," Gabe whispered, handing it to me. "Your audience will shrink as you age, Kira. This is where you're heading." He told me I could change it, that it was all about making the right choice at the right time. Then, like a ghost, he vanished, leaving me with a camera that had only 3 shots left and a soul full of sudden, freezing terror. The next night, I was back, desperate to prove the future wrong. Bob, the bartender, tried to talk sense into me. He thought the camera was assigned to find real love, but I was stubborn. I thought I could use it as a cheat code to find the ultimate prize. I spotted Simon, athletic, strong, exactly the kind of man a girl like me is supposed to want. I sent Bob over to take a souvenir photo of us. I leaned into Simon's bicep, posing for the perfect life. But when the photo slid out of the camera, the truth hit me again. It didn't show a wedding. It showed Simon kissing another man. In that moment, I saw the masks we all wear. Simon was pretending just as much as I was. Instead of walking away with a scam, I did something I'd never done. I gave him a piece of honesty. I told him to be himself, to talk to the waiter he was secretly eyeing. For the first time, I felt a strange warmth that had nothing to do with money. I'd used 1 shot, and I hadn't gained a penny, but I felt lighter. By the 3rd night, the pressure was suffocating. I had 2 shots left. I was scrolling through my phone, looking for a jackpot, when I saw Greg Buffalo. Rich, divorced, powerful, the perfect target. Bob refused to help me this time, so I took a selfie with Greg in the background. The photo was everything I ever dreamed of. Me and Greg, a mansion, a car that cost more than a house. I thought I'd finally won. I approached him with a fake name and a practice stumble, but Greg wasn't like the others. He didn't see a woman. He saw a product. "Spin around," he told me, his eyes cold as stones. "I want to check out the goods." I did it. I swallowed my pride for the sake of the mansion in the photo. He ordered the cheapest house wine, telling the waiter he hadn't decided if I was worth more yet. Bob tried to defend me, tried to throw him out, but I was blinded by the gold. I told Bob to stay out of it. I told Greg I was his, but in the back room, away from the music, Bob confronted me. He wasn't angry anymore. He was heartbroken. He showed me the photo I'd taken, the one with the mansion. I hadn't looked closely enough. In the picture, there were bruises on my arms. The rich life was a life of being a trophy that got kicked around. Then Bob did something crazy. He took a selfie of the two of us. The final photo developed slowly. It wasn't a mansion. It was just us, laughing, leaning against a baby stroller. It was a life that looked happy, quiet, real. I stood there holding two futures in my hands, a golden cage of abuse or a simple life of love. I walked back out to Greg. He was waiting, impatient, already treating me like something he'd bought at an auction. I didn't say a word. I just let the weight of my hand do the talking and slapped the arrogance right off his face. "To hell with your mansion," I told him. And as he tried to swing back, Bob was there, shielding me, ending the nightmare before it could start. I crumpled the photo of the mansion and threw it away. I didn't need a camera to see the future anymore. I looked at Bob, the man who had been standing in front of me all along, and I realized that the greatest treasure wasn't something you could put in a pendant. It was someone who saw you, the real you, and stayed anyway. In the corner of the bar, I saw Gabe one last time, smiling as he tucked our photo into an album full of happy endings. I finally made the right choice, and for the first time in my life, I wasn't looking for a way out. I was exactly where I needed to be.